As we go up, it starts raining.
Yeah, I mean, if we were driving out here, I'm like, I feel like this is a pretty good mountain experience.
Yeah, you don't get through a week in Mont Sainte Anne without rain.
How did you mount yours? Down tube and behind. Okay.
Probably here.
Yeah. This spare lens with you? Okay.
I know where.
That's fine. I just. This is my first time riding at Mont Sainte Anne. Mont Sainte Anne, if you're not aware, is one of the most legendary downhill race courses on the World Cup schedule. I was supposed to race there a few years ago, like by that I mean like 2012. Broke my collarbone before I was supposed to race it, and then the years that I was like doing really well, I actually never petitioned to race here. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the terrain here. In typical Mont Sainte Anne fashion, it is raining, which will make this ride very authentic. And we have our guide, Frank, and he is a local to this area. He will be trying to compete in the Mont Sainte Anne World Cup this year. Do you have the points for it, or?
No, I'm going through the federation.
When you're trying to compete for a World Cup, you have two options. You can have the UCI points, which are really hard to come by, or there's certain spots allotted to different countries. So I think every country is allotted about 4.
The hosting country has 8.
Yep.
And the others are 3, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people kind of trying to get those spots. So it's not easy. I've gotten them for a few races myself. Like the further the race is away from your country, the easier those are to come by. Since we're in Canada, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, but I have the double citizenship, so I'm using the French one.
Oh!
So that's the farthest away.
Yeah, so, where in France are you from?
The East region, 1 hour north of the Alps.
I don't know why I did not pick up on his French accent and not Quebec accent. All right, and before I forget, this whole trip has been sponsored by Quebec City Mountain Biking. They've brought us out here, and unfortunately, with the timing of our trip, we have gotten the short end of the stick with Mont Sainte Anne. Hopefully, we can do this place justice, because the riding here is legendary, and it's good. So, but I do want to give a big thanks to Mont Sainte Anne and Quebec City Tourism for bringing us out here. Let's get on with it once it kind of lets off a little bit. All right, this is going to be an interesting day. So we'll see how we get along with, we're gonna start off a little bit mellow for MSA because, well, it's probably a good place to warm up for. How are you guys doing? Can you actually see? Because I haven't gotten too muddy yet, but I'm definitely starting to get wet. So Frank was the tour guide for a lot of other people who've come out to this area, so you might recognize him from Remy's videos. And I'm sure he guided some of the other people who've been part of the Quebec tour. Today I'm on my trail bike, so that's my sensor. It's got 150 mils of travel in front, 140 in the back. For this stuff right here, it's probably fine, but for the rest of Mont Sainte Anne, I wish I had my Enduro bike. Or even a downhill bike. Woo! Split splash. Oh, this rain's cold.
Water, huh?
Yeah.
Appreciate the warmth. normal.
This stuff is grippy, but I'm sure the stuff in the woods is not.
Yeah.
What are you working with for travel? How much you have?
Now I'm back on 180, 170.
Oh, you got a big bike.
Yeah, but I can change the links. So last week, actually I changed this yesterday. Last week I was on 150, 130.
The same bike?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You just change the links and the shock.
What about did you change the fork?
Yeah, it's easy to change travel on this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. You don't have to change the air shaft, you just like kind of screw the leg in and
Yep.
it reduces travel.
Ooh. Oh, woo! It's a little greasy where it's not packed. Okay. Oh yeah, that goes. It's actually pretty grippy right now, but once we get into the woods, it'll be a different story. But yeah, this dirt out in the open is surprisingly good. The funny thing about trails is they're less slippery when it's actively raining. But once it has stopped raining and mud is getting dragged onto the rocks and stuff, that's when things get slippery. That's cool. I see Frank also likes to dodge puddles. Doesn't like getting wet. The trail was surprisingly fun for how mellow it is. That trail was surprisingly fun for how mellow it is.
Yeah, the bottom is better. That's the flattest part of the trail.
I think I wouldn't like it in the dry, but because it's wet, the dirt just feels better when it's wet.
Yeah, when it's too dry and gets like dusty, it's really slippery. Actually, I think more than now.
I don't trust like some of this hard packed dirt. Woo-hoo. You hear my tire slide that turn. Oh yeah. I definitely find in some of those turns, like, I just feel my tires sliding around.
Yeah.
Like you're pushing into them more than I am, and like you don't seem to be losing any traction. I just like feel my back end is sliding on me. Frank the Tank.
One of my nicknames.
I think that's appropriate.
Came from a friend.
It's funny, when I lived in France, I was always l'Américain. Then like when I first moved back from France, I still had like a accent, so I was Frenchy.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I'm not home anymore, anywhere now, because when I go back to France, I have this Quebec accent, but it's not totally a Quebec accent. So when I'm here, I'm still the Frenchie.
Yeah.
When I come back home, then I'm the Quebec guy. There's no place I can call home now. Yeah, on in a berm.
If you do it, I'll do it. Dude, my goggles are still a little bit foggy. Maybe as we move, it will kind of get better. Ooh, oh my God. Threaded the needle there. I saw that loose rock and I barely avoided it. Whoa! Hi. Okay, there's a berm to berm gap, you said? Cool. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Quite a big double you can pull. It's not meant to be a double.
But it is.
Yeah, so if you get the same speed and then there's a big pull, you'll get it for sure.
You've been very accurate with everything so far, so.
Yeah, I know how you ride, and I know you're gonna.
I was gonna say our favorite kind of doubles are doubles that aren't.
Same for me, man. The best jumps are on jumps.
Yeah, yeah.
When I can pull from a stump or something, that's the best feeling.
He said there's a bit of a double up ahead. That's not meant to be a double. Yep, I like that kind of double. I'm just gonna make sure Haley can see us. I've kind of been around for a bit.
Yeah, because I remember the first one I saw you was at Mont Sainte Anne 2015, and you smoked everyone by like 8 seconds or something.
Yeah, I remember that race. That was my Chris Kvark moment.
Is that the year you did the Windham?
That's the year I did a Windham. Yeah,
You got a 8 split somewhere,
huh? So
top 10 split on the track.
not quite a sector.
A sector, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was 5th, but it might have been 7th. That was kind of like my I achieved all the goals I had set out for myself. Get to that next level, like I don't think I was willing to take the risk and do the training necessary to get there. In college, I raced with Dakota quite a bit. So it's cool to see Dakota Norton, like he's on a whole nother level now.
Yeah. But you're coming from the same place. It could have been you if you just kept pushing, because Same.
He's way hungrier.
Yeah.
He's so like like I'm competitive, but he's fiercely competitive.
At some point, it's not talent anymore, because you probably have the same amount of talent as he has, but that's the drive then and the determination. And when you get injured, then it's easy to just have a step back. But these guys keep going. And
Actually, like I did an urban downhill in Colombia,
yeah.
and it was in between 2015 and 2016. 8 seconds into my first practice run, OTB, like down the stair sets to the concrete. All right, so I'm about to go off my first run. It's a little nervous, not sure what to expect. You got like a 1 foot drop into a stairs right off the bat. Oh. Come on, dude.
Are you okay, Billy?
I need some time to figure out.
Yes. Take it easy.
Well, that sucked. Not exactly the way I want to start my race here. No like major injuries, but my arms swelled up like really bad, and I was like, that shook me. And so like in 2016 I raced, but I couldn't push myself. My heart wasn't there, and like that's when my YouTube channel had took off. So I was like, that was the time when I was like, people would know me as Skills with Phil now. I'm like,
yeah, and you ride your bike just as much, and you have way more fun probably than just racing.
unfortunately, they have closed lifted for the day. That rainstorm that we got was actually really brutal. So the trails are an absolute mess. However, they are going to take us up in either quads or trucks, and we're gonna go do another lap.
Telling me that the reason why they closed is because top of Vietnam is like a river. And that was literally the trail that when you guys go do your checky stuff, I was like, oh, I'll go to Vietnam. I think I could manage that.
Oh yeah, that guy. I love these.
Yeah, they like to scratch other bikes, so that's.
I have the same. You do remove the washer and put it at the full length?
I just run them stock.
Stock? Yeah, I think.
My shins love them.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
Well,
on mine I removed this one, and this one, because I feel it under. It feels like a...
It's funny, I actually just got new deities, and I got them specifically because they actually had a lot of pins in the middle.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I like them. Because like I find with a lot of pedals, if it's just flat here,
yeah,
my foot slides around too much.
Oh yeah. But yeah, because I do have the old 510s, you know, the Samuel ones. So it's like when you get into it, it's just...
So those are still my favorite shoes. Like I have the Impact Pros, and like if it's gonna be really chunky, I still choose that.
Yeah.
All right, so this is not really normal, but we're getting VIP shuttle to the top. It's a little bit more exclusive and fun. It's kind of more of a Quebec experience. Good news is it's not raining now, but sometimes that's when the trails are the slippriest, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so we just got shuttled to the top, and this time we're gonna step it up a little bit and do some, probably not like the super spicy stuff, but like something a little bit more technical, a little bit more black oriented. So it's Mont Sainte Anne, so either way it should be fun. I think what I honestly need to do is like at some point I need to come back with my Enduro bike. Was that?
I think so.
I thought that was your tummy. Alright, so we're literally the only people on the mountain right now. So this is a very rare occasion. Pretty special. Oh. Make sure. Wanted to make sure Haley saw that turn. got dark in here. Ooh, getting greasy.
That is what Sugarloaf will feel like once all of the loam is dragged off of it.
Yeah, and I mean Killington in some places feels like this, and yeah, it's familiar.
Hard to see where the trail's gone right here. The vegetation's kind of like encroaching on us a little bit. So you're saying this trail used to be a secret trail? Woo! Till the mountain officially adopted it. Splish, splash. Don't get much off camera like that anymore. Oh yeah, those rocks are getting slippery. Woo! Oh my God. Go slow over the mud.
Sorry, actually there's a new Charlie, I haven't done it yet.
Cool. Woo! Oh my God. Woo! I think you went this way. Yeah. You think I'm gonna get another nasty comment about riding in dangerous conditions?
You're gonna probably get you don't ride trails when it's wet.
This is like I don't like mind like having a debate whether like explaining like why in some conditions it's okay to ride in the wet. When there's a paid trail crew and the business makes money through like tickets.
I mean, if the mountain decides to leave the trail open, I mean,
yeah.
That's a call,
yeah.
right?
You know, like I'm not trying to skid around turns and blow up the turns.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Like I'm still respectful to a trail, but like I love this bike, but there's a certain limit to what I can do on it, or what I can do comfortably. And I have one more day of this trip to do, so I want to make sure I survive and fulfill my obligation to make a video at every destination. Oh my God, my eyes have not adjusted to the lighting yet. Oh yeah, I would have never seen that turn. Like my eyes hadn't adjusted to the light yet. or lack thereof.
In this one, at some point there's a little bit steeper rock garden, but it's okay. You can just, yeah, you can manage. You see it coming. And at some point there's a nice sticky little gap. If you want, we stop, have a look. You see if you wanna, because I'm not hitting it blind, so it's like you want.
We can just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to like puff my chest everywhere I go.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just I know you like this stuff, so it's fun to do.
My eyes are having a really hard time making sense of what I'm looking at. And I don't think the GoPro's gonna like this much either. This is one of those conditions where, oh yeah, we're just going down a straight freaking river here. It's so hard to make sense of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, there's a lot of information.
It's very dark. All the rocks and roots blend together.
Yeah.
I'm just like all over the place.
You feel like you're hung up in stuff, you know?
I'm getting hung up everywhere.
Yeah. The next part is better. It's a little bit, there's more dirt.
Yep.
But it's probably gonna be a little bit slippier also.
Cool.
So.
L'ancienne, which means old, the old. My left foot was like way off the pedal there. I was like riding on my heel. Woohoo! Oh my god. At this point, we'll just sacrifice these shoes. Yeah, that's a section where a little bit more travel would have been nice. Woohoo! Oh, I think I know what's coming up. I think I know what's coming up. This is way steeper on camera than any of the videos make it look. I'm good. Oh, it's just my chainring.
The bottom was so slippery, man. Fuck.
I think that took all the damage.
You keep your foot on the pedals?
Yeah.
Good thing.
I was afraid I hit this.
No, I believe, yeah, you're right. Probably just that.
Cool, that's an easy fix. That's why I like cheap parts. That I've seen it before.
Yeah. Doesn't look that slip on video, right?
Not at all, not at all.
Yeah. And it's pretty slippery here. Especially at the bottom.
The ride was cut a little bit short because, yeah, someone made a little boo-boo and slid into a tree. Those things happened. It was bound to happen on this trip, so we'll fix that up and we'll get ready to go to the Massif. I had a lot of fun on this bike, but either way, I'm stoked to come out here. Big thanks to Frank for showing us around. This has been fun. And also big thanks to Mont Sainte Anne and Quebec City Mountain Biking for bringing us out here. This has been a really fun trip, and we have one stop left. I've heard good things about it, so yeah, we'll go check it out. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.